Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Animation All the Time podcast. As always, I am your host, Connor, with me, my co-host,
Stanley.
And we are doing episode 2 of Attack on Titan. Are you excited? This is obviously not our second episode. We've done 3 now, so we are third, haha. But second episode of Attack on Titan. This is, again, our series where we're going through chronologically every single episode of Attack on Titan, kind of giving it a informal review, critiquing, and whatnot. Now, episode 2 is titled That Day, The Fall of Shiganshina, Part 2. Now, we're just going to start talking about it. Let's get this out of the way. This is the episode where Reiner Braun does the dang thing.
But you don't know it's Reiner.
You don't, and mind you, we're spoilers everywhere in this. And again, this show has been out for way too long, so if you're going to cry spoiler foul, take a hike.
You should have said we're introduced to the Armor Titan.
You're right. The Armored Titan,
which is
Reiner Braun, which does the dang thing. Yes, exactly. Thank you. Haha. So we open this episode just absolute chaos. The Titans have successfully infiltrated Shiganshina. They're flooding through the city, eating everyone not fortunate enough to get out of their way. I do feel really bad because a stupid lady is shown running from no one, I might add, into a dead-end alleyway. Was not being chased by anyone, but somehow chose to run into a dead end, and someone from a Titan from above reaches down, has himself
I was
a snap.
thinking is why didn't she hide in the barrel?
Yeah, there's a barrel right there. Good point.
Would they smell her or whatever? Or
yeah, unfortunate. You hate to see the dumb lady die, but I guess if you've ever seen the movie Zombieland, it's the fatties and the dumbos that die first, right? So that's just the unfortunate realities of life in this series. I did like that the religious guy absolutely gets munched. One of the walls, what is it, the Brotherhood of the Wall? I can't remember their name off the top of my head, but there's like this religious cult that's all about, the sanctity of the walls and their safety, treating it like it's their god. He's just going ahead and preaching to no one at this point because everyone's running around. A Titan picks him up. He just keeps going even though he's getting squoze and takes it like a champ. Just gets absolutely crunched.
Yeah.
Just yum. Titan chow. Yum. Crunch. His I don't know, I understand it's not a Bible, but his religious book falls just into a pile of blood, all spooky like. I think the first thing we see in this episode is a crow picking at a corpse that's all like bloody. I'm like, heavens. This is a dark show. So yeah, moving on from there, because a little dark. It doesn't get much lighter, It's just this is a real downer show, so don't expect to be too thrilled. We join our heroes. Eren is furious at Hannes. Why? Hannes saved him in the previous episode from a Titan, mind you, because Hannes is a good guy. But in the process, we do see that Hannes saving the children, Mikasa and Eren, did in fact leave their mother there to get eaten alone, which, sucks.
Yeah.
But let's be real, and maybe you feel this way. I feel both parties here are justified. Eren has every right to be furious at Hannes. He's a soldier. He could have killed that Titan, but he didn't. He ran like a coward. But Hannes did the right thing and took the kids and got out of there. Feel like both were right? So I think
Eren was right in this
Just
situation.
Eren, right.
Just Eren. Because he's a soldier. He trained for this.
I still feel that is a good point. And Hannes ultimately breaks down and cries and admits to Eren and Mikasa that he fudged up. But by him taking the kids and running away, he saved them. Because if he killed the Dinah Fritz Titan, which is the Titan that killed Eren's mom, Dinah Fritz, who was Grisha Yeager's wife outside of the walls, which is, gone full circle now that happened. Interesting, right? It doesn't mean that they're saved. What if he took, 3 minutes to kill the Dinah Fritz Titan? That's ample time for more Titans to join the let's eat Eren Yeager's mom party.
One Titan die and me die than
no
Titan die.
Okay, get out of here. So now after this debauchery, we see that they get settled down. They're joining this kind of boat that's on this weird conveyor belt, which I thought was pretty cool. Here's one thing I did notice, Stanley. Maybe you can add this. They're running. Everyone's running for their lives, right? Because Titans are in the town eating people left and right. They're all trying to cram on a boat that's on, some sort of conveyor belt that's like pulling them towards safety. But no one's jumping in the water to swim. If it was me, okay, and my life was on the line, and the boat's full, mind you. The boat's full.
I don't know. It gave Titanic vibes. It's like,
mad Titanic vibe. Yeah, sure, yeah. I just don't know. Everyone's being a little too calm in this instance. Of course, our heroes are on the boat. Armin, Mikasa, Eren. They're all joining there. We do see Armin's grandpa, Peepaw, old Peepaw. We'll get to Peepaw later. Don't worry.
He is so wholesome.
Don't worry. Yeah. If you're not an Armin grandpa lover, that sounded weird.
You're not.
Then you're not a true fan of Attack on Titan.
You're not.
It's plain and simple. So we do have a ever-elusive Grisha Yeager sighting. Grisha Yeager is one of the most intriguing characters in the entire show, but do we see a ton of him? No. But do we see him here? Yes. We first see him on horseback, right? Or carriage, I should say, not horseback. Going to what we presume is Shinganshina, and he's saying something on the lines of, I need to get home to see Eren and Mikasa and wife, right? The only thing I found weird was everything we've seen, the walls being taken down, the chaos, and it was all in the day, but Grisha it was dark, like it was nighttime. A little weird, a little continuity error, but I won't dwell on it too much, right?
Well, maybe it was like the time he found out, no? The timing he found out, that could have been why it was night.
Okay, but we'll continue. Just chronologically in the show, everything's in the day, that's the only thing at night. And yes, I get what you're saying is he could have just found out, because I get it. How would he have known instantly if the wall was breaking down if he wasn't there, right? Titan? Whoa. We're going to get there in a second. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to get there, everyone. Yes, valid points are valid, and we will touch them. But, again, it still doesn't add up chronologically. All right, the timeline is messed up, but that's okay. So, following that scene of Grisha Yeager rushing to get home, immediately we get another flashback, we're going to put quotations around that, of Grisha trying to give Eren a mysterious shot, looks like a serum, and Eren's fighting him off. He's saying, Dad, you gone crazy since Mom died. And this is a little peculiar because everything's happening in order. Everything. We didn't have a span of time, right? All we see is what we see. So we're seeing Grisha give the serum, which we know is what turns Eren into a pure Titan, which makes him eat Grisha to become not only the Attack Titan, but the Founding Titan as well.
Ew.
Also, this is the first instance where we hear the key around Eren's neck having some importance. Grisha is yelling, just going to town, laying into Eren, and he's like, boy, you better not forget that key, boy. It's the most important thing ever. You got to get that basement, boy. And, of course, Eren's like, Dad, what are you doing, bro? Dad, get off me. Oh, my God. So, that happens, right? Good touch here, though. So, okay. A little foreshadowing done by the creators and the developers of the show. And I loved it. I have to say. This was supposed to look like a flashback scene, but we know this happens later on. It is not happening during the contents of this episode. A subtle way of foreshadowing the true powers of the Titans. Eren and all the other shifting Titans have the ability not only to see the memories of the shifting Titans that held the powers before them, but they can also see into the past and into the future. This is a very good touch that I didn't even notice until a second viewing of this episode after I'd watched the series and started over. I was actually pretty confused the first time. So what the hell's going on? Like, I don't get what's happening. There's a needle. We're supposed to like these characters, but I don't know why. The dad looks like a butthole trying to stab his son with like a needle. Like, hey, yo. But now we know why. This was in the future. Much like how Eren foreshadowed the events of the fall of Shinganshina in episode 1. Okay, so do we know whether this is a flashback and Eren already had the powers in the past? Don't know. Do we think it's in the future? Possibly, right? It could possibly have been when the wall fell. We don't know, and that's a good thing. We don't know of the future, we don't know of the past, but we do know Eren has the Titan ability as of right now, as a viewer. You're probably only going to know that the second time, unless you read the manga or started watching the show after, right? But needless to say, I like that. Did you like that? Did you catch that the second time? It was good.
I mean, I don't know. I did kind of catch it the first time. I didn't know exactly if it was like Titan or not, but because I knew what happened because of TikTok and because I read a few of the mangas.
So you had some knowledge going into it. I didn't. I was just strictly anime. Boom.
Yeah. So.
It was very good foreshadowing. Love it. Mwah. But we're going to keep going on. Now we have everybody running from the Titans that are in Shiganshina. And now Walmaria is breached because of the good old armor Titan Rhinobron just shoulder bashing that boy down. Like it was nothing, I might add. Armin is our narrator throughout most of the show. He lets us know that 10,000 people were killed by the Titans during this.
Armin is the narrator?
Yeah, it's Armin. Can't you tell by his weaselly, 10,000 people were killed?
Eren.
No, it's Armin. I'm telling you. You're wrong. You're wrong.
I'm looking it up.
Look it up. Fact check me. Get your phone out. Fact check me. Anyways, he lets us know. Man, I'm going to be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going to feel so stupid. Oh, well. I believe it's Armin. Anyways, it's irrelevant. Armin, Eren, doesn't matter. 10,000 people were killed by the Titans. The rest of humanity leaves Walmaria to find safety behind Walrose. This is where our heroes are seen next, kind of hovering around the food line. Rations are being dealt out because there's so many refugees now in Walrose. Food's tight. There's not a lot of food to go around. There's hardly enough. Armin's Peepaw, being the true saint he is, gives us...
It is Armin!
Told you. I knew it. I just know what I know. And you know what the best part is? I didn't even look it up. I just knew. Chump.
The main character is Eren, though. That makes no sense.
But Armin is supposed to be the level-headed, clear-thinking character. It makes sense that he would be the narrator, okay? Just trust me. Oh my gosh, seriously. Anyways, so everyone's struggling to get food. Like I said, Armin's Peepaw is a real one. Was like, I've got children, and secures some food for everyone because that's just the kind of good guy he is. Like, Peepaw's just a man. Like, rip Peepaw.
He's a boy boss.
So Eren, we actually have some child beating in this episode. Eren walks up, overhears a couple of the... That is the Garrison Regiment. Yeah, 2 Garrison Regiment members are basically saying the refugees suck, we don't like them, wish they were gone. Let's get them nice and fat for the Titans and feed them to the Titans, make them Titan chow. Eren, furious, and rightfully so, his mom just died. Hears this, kicks one in the shin. They just start throwing hands. They both punch Eren right in the face. And Armin, being the level-headed one, steps in and goes, like, come on, he just hungry. We all say stuff when we're hungry. Everybody's a little #hangry sometimes.
Hashtag stan Armin in this scene. Like, if you don't stan him, then that's it's kind of gay.
Yeah, so... Hey, wait, yo, ignore that. Eren also gets upset at Armin after the situation's fused, because he's insinuating that he's a coward, and how dare you, and they were wrong, and yada yada. Don't worry, though, because Mikasa serves up some swift justice, baps him right in the face, and makes Eren eat, and says, stop being such a sad boy, we'll deal with this, but we can't. We are, I believe the word is, we are parasites right now.
Yeah, I'm so surprised Mikasa didn't do anything while he was getting his ass, like, whooped, so that's a shock to me. I don't know.
Yeah, so here we have all these refugees now living behind Walrose. Well, here's the thing. They were having a hard time feeding the people, just in general. Now they have all these refugees, so they think to themselves, it's been a year, I got an idea. Before that year, so the first year they're there, they're like, I got an idea. Let's try and farm this wasteland. Does that work, Stanley? No, they don't get it. They don't get nothing. It's implied they get 0, which I have a hard time believing, but nothing. 0 crops. 0, right? So somebody has this great idea and says, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take these non-soldiers, these civilians, right? We're going to make them fight. They're going to take back Walmaria. 250,000 refugees, Stanley.
That's the stupidest thing.
This is the year 846, a year after the fall of Walmaria. They take 250,000 refugees, which represents 20% of the population, the entire human population.
This is a death wish. This is what they're trying to kill off.
This is like man, woman, child, right? Okay, not the children, but Armin's Peepaw. So they're taking seniors, and they're making them fight. Again, these are civilians. I can't imagine their training in a year would have been looks at wristwatch good. They take him back. They send him into Walmaria. What happens, Stanley? Does it go well?
No.
Do they get Walmaria back? No. Out of the 250,000, less than 200 people come back.
It would have been a lot more effective.
Was Armin's Peepaw one of those people? No. Unfortunately, no. He was not. So,
R.I.P.
We are left with this episode with a crying, sad Armin because Peepaw's dead, and we should feel
as
bad.
Armin should.
Yeah, as Armin
should.
Peepaw was there for him when we needed him. Like, rip Peepaw. Hashtag. We need to make a sticker. We're eventually gonna get some merch coming down. We'll make hashtag rip Peepaw. We'll bring that up. That'll be a running joke. So, Eren, Mikasa, Armin all come to an agreement that they are going to join the army and fight the Titans. They eventually make their way to the 104th Cadet Corps. In an effort to kill the Titans that took their home, we're introduced to a general badass, one of mine, probably yours, I don't know, one of our favorite characters, Keith Sades. Sade. Ooh. He's their instructor. He's cool. I like him. I like he's a man with a plan, Stan. Come on now. Anyways, he's great. Another good touch is, they don't let you know this, that's the same guy from the first episode that was the 12th leader of the Cadet Corps, or the Survey Corps, which, the Scouts, right? A great touch. We don't know this for a while. It's just good stuff. Overall, I gotta say, a pretty good second episode. I liked it. Was it like the most action-heavy episode? No. Is it getting me invested? Yeah, I want to see what happens. I want to see them go back and try and take back their home. It's got me invested. It did a great job in that regard. What about you?
I mean, I don't really remember what my first thought was, but my first thought watching that was just like, okay. But that's my first thought of watching everything, so I don't know.
Well, this is like, what, our third or fourth watch now? You gotta give me some juice. Yes, no. Are you excited to find out? Are you excited for vengeance? Do you want them to go back and take back the wall? Do you want them... Where's Eren's dad? Because he's not with Peepaw. I know that.
Poor Peepaw.
That's right. There's some intrigue being built here that was good. Anyways, Animation All the Time, the podcast. I'm Connor signing off as well as my co-host.
Off?
Yeah, we're done. This episode's we're wrapping it up. 17 minutes in. I think we're good.
R.I.P. Peepaw then.
Yeah, rip Peepaw. This is Stanley over here ripping Peepaw, everyone. Hashtag rip Peepaw, hashtag buy the hat. Anyways, Animation All the Time. Bye.
That...